The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of rmconair.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
What's up, Just Sports with Sonny Wells? We got a lot to talk about. But first, to my left, Smitty. And Vincent flew in from, where'd you go?
San Francisco.
San Francisco. He made it in.
Yeah.
And my man, French Fry. No. Our historian is there.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on a double-double.
No, you got, oh, that's right, huh? Yeah. The double-double. Yeah, thanks for coming, fellas. And first up, shout out to Sun Lady.
Absolutely, Sun Lady, yes. and shout out to Doc.
Shout out to Doc. Shout out to my boy. He just came back from vacation. Good friend. We'll see you in the shop probably next week. Dr. Bill Relaford.
All right.
Yeah, when you see this, you're like, yeah, show you some love in here. We love you, brother. Anyway, how about those Dodgers?
Wait till next year. Wait till next year.
That's the reason why I call them what I do. Bums.
Oh, kind of harsh there.
You saying fire the coach or what?
Absolutely. It's definitely time for Mattingly to go. As a matter of fact, he probably wasn't the right man for the job to begin with, but he was on the Joe Torre. When Joe Torre took over for the Dodgers, he was like his right-hand man, his assistant coach. So from there, the deal was Torre would probably coach for 2, possibly 3 years, and then he would turn over the reins to Don Mattingly, and that's what they did. But he hasn't gotten them any farther than Joe Torre did, actually. And it's a shame that the Dodgers haven't been in the World Series since 1988.
Woo.
You know, Vin Scully's trying to hang on. He's trying to hang in there to see the Dodgers make it to one more.
Yeah,
he's gonna need an extension.
He's coming back next year, but that's not gonna be enough time.
An extension in life.
Yeah, just terrible. I mean, just outright. The Dodgers are the 2 best pitchers in the game. I mean, they probably have the best fan base in the game.
Well, I tell you what,
they're spending the most money in the game.
Well, the Chicago Cubs fans are quite some fans there.
They're pretty loyal, also.
Yeah, very loyal.
They've been
so shout out to the Chicago Cubs fans. I'm not a Cub follower, but those fans are really fantastic.
Yeah.
They're diehard. They're really that's they have the White Sox, but the Cubs they are loyal to them.
Yeah,
really loyal.
Right. Well, with the Cub fans, the difference between the Dodger fans and the Cub fans, that the Dodger fans expect the team to win and expect them to do well. Now,
like we expect the Lakers to win.
Well, not the last couple of years, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, the same spirit.
It's a championship standard. That's what
championship
LA has.
City.
It's a championship standard, even with USC.
Right. Well, with the Cub fans,
UCLA, all of it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the Cub fans, a lot of times it's like the thing to do. It's just like the place to be. You know, it's like
a social.
Yeah, basically social. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because we know that is definitely not due to what's out there on the field.
Yeah.
Because the Cubs haven't won a World Series. I mean, they haven't been since 1945, has it been? And they haven't won since.
and that's why they were dancing in the streets when they made it to the playoffs.
In the playoffs, right.
This is, right now, normally LA wouldn't be celebrating like they did.
Yes, right. Exactly.
Over that victory.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up, because the Chicago fans are happy.
Yes.
No question about it.
This may be the only celebration they get
for another 20 years.
That's why they're dancing in the streets.
Yeah.
And they know it. However, believe it or not, if you look at their farm system, if you look at the upper management as well as the field management, their manager, I mean, the Cubs might be a team to be reckoned with for years to come. Even if they don't make it this year, which is a good possibility they will this year, but for years to come, they're positioning themselves to be a dominant team in the major leagues.
Well, I know, Sonny, you want to make that move to Odom, but I'll just say this last statement. They're pitting the Mets Cubs series as pitching versus strength, hitting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that should be an interesting series.
That is
no question. And of course, two major markets,
Yeah.
Right. Two major markets, and they really like that as well. So, yeah, it should be very interesting to see how that turns out.
Well, that's it for them. Anyway, top of the story, Mr. Lamar Odom, and we shall play a clip of exactly what's going on because there's been some improvement.
Great.
Okay, due to technical difficulties within our control, let's go around the room first because, of course, I have a little commentary on this, but I want to get you guys' thoughts while we're getting the clip ready. And we can start with you, Smitty.
Well, the good news is that he's now breathing on his own and communicating on his own.
All right.
So that's good news.
Let's hear it. That's a good start.
And then, go ahead.
And that's fabulous. But someone mentioned, I'm trying to remember who I heard it from. He was brain dead.
Yeah.
He was on his last leg.
Yeah. They had all those kind of statements out there.
I'm saying, but if he was brain dead, then I don't see how he could even come back to the state that he's in right now. So was he really brain dead?
No.
You know what I mean?
No, they just said some of his organs were shutting down. But see, what the Kardashians did was when they arrived, they got their lawyers to shut up that owner for spilling all this business. This is personal business.
Yeah, that's my point.
And the owner of the ranch is telling everything. Yeah. He can't wait to be on TMZ.
TMZ, boy.
He can't wait to be on TMZ.
That's free publicity for him.
Yes, obviously.
But
really? That's private information. You're really putting this man's business out there.
Yeah.
That's true. That's supposed to be a private place where you go and
it's supposed to be private.
Take care of whatever it is you think you need to take care of for a nominal fee.
Right. and supposedly what happens in Vegas is supposed to stay.
Yeah, let's play this clip and then we'll come back and
you don't have the owner telling what happened in Vegas.
Yeah, really, huh? He's supposed to stay.
Former NBA star and Khloe Kardashian's ex Lamar Odom is still battling for his life, and here's an update on his dire condition. Hey guys, it's Emily for HollywoodLife.com, and you may know Lamar was found unconscious in a Las Vegas brothel called the Love Ranch, where he spent a reported $75,000 on partying and 2 prostitutes that spent several days with him. But here finally is some hopeful news. We now hear that Lamar is slowly waking up and is being taken off life support. He is speaking and grabbing and even moving his legs. Everyone is reportedly crying with relief. E! is even reporting that upon waking up, his first words to Khloe were a gentle, "Hey baby," and then he went back to sleep and is now breathing on his own. However, we do want to reiterate he is not out of the woods yet, and Khloe Kardashian remains steadfastly at his bedside. As we told you before, she has actually been sleeping in a sleeping bag on the floor next to Lamar. The whole Kardashian clan initially flew to be by his side, including Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian, and of course, Kris Jenner. But now we have found out that Khloe told her mom and sisters to go home and get back to their lives and let her stay by Lamar's side on her own. We are hearing that they, of course, are not abandoning her and they are coming back, but Khloe is listening to the doctors and being so strong. Now, to back up, the owner of this brothel, Dennis Hoff, has said that Lamar had used cocaine over the weekend, but according to interviews and the 911 call, Lamar had a large dose of herbal Viagra supplements before he was found unconscious in his suite with a white substance coming out of his nose and mouth.
Sexual performance enhancer for men. I mean, this is some sort of packaged supplement. And they said he's taken a bunch of these.
Now, this is shocking. Phone calls between Lamar and ex-Khloe have been featured on the most recent episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and Dennis claims that this had upset Lamar before he slipped into a coma.
And seemed a little upset about a TV show that he was on with the Kardashians, and maybe it was a rerun that he didn't like, but he got over it quick.
What do you mean? What did he say?
Having cocktail. Well, he was telling the girls that he didn't like it because he's not with her anymore, and then they were doing things on the show.
All right, as always, we will keep you updated, so keep coming back to Hollywood Life.
Okay, here's my take on this. First of all, you're at this particular place for some enjoyment with women. Mm-hmm. And other people go there. It's legal to do it there. And that's what he did. Here's what I didn't like. I talked to a friend of mine, personal friend of mine, who was in contact with the father. And the first thing
Lamar's father,
correct. And the first thing his father said was, "Somebody drugged my boy."
Somebody.
So hold on, somebody drugged my boy, and you got to think about is that possible? There was also, I was told that there is a criminal investigation because there's money that was missing. Now, the other part to this is that
how much money?
I don't know. It's probably a sizable amount because he kept sizable amounts of money on him, as told by my friend who is one of his partners. Anyway, we're looking at the money missing. Why? First of all, is there any money missing? And he's put $75,000 down on a credit card. So why is there any money missing? The second part is, who were those people that took the money? Were those people that worked there at the ranch, or were those people brought in? Because if I'm stealing some money, I'm making sure that this guy don't wake up. Because I'm going to get away with it. Because he ain't going to wake up. Now, wait, hold on. Let me finish.
You mean permanently, or you mean temporarily?
No. Permanently. Okay? Let me finish now. He's not going to wake up. I get away with the money, whatever that so many thousands that was that he possibly could have had on him. All right? And then we're looking at, I got away clean. But who put them up to that? Why would they think that they could do that? I think something was slipped to him that was meant to kill him.
Whoa.
Hold on. Wait. Let me finish. But because he's trying to make a comeback in the NBA, and we have a clip that shows where he was working out, having two-a-days, it didn't work on him. Remember now, they said he's brain dead, he's, vegetable type, he doesn't look good, and all of that. Now all of a sudden, he's squeezing his hand and talking about, "Hey, baby." Okay? So
that's a miraculous turnaround.
Miraculous.
Yeah.
So, and how are you at a place and you're supposed to pay for some broads, and all of a sudden you fell out and you there by yourself foaming at the mouth?
Yeah, you shouldn't be alone.
You shouldn't be alone if you paid that much money.
Yeah, you're paying for the women.
If I'm paying for you, you should be in there wiping my behind.
Yeah.
If that's what
ain't no way I should be falling asleep.
No, none of that. So something happened in between that time, and it obviously wasn't a long time because they got him to the hospital in a relatively quick time, even though they had to avoid the helicopter because he wouldn't fit.
Yeah.
So something happened. Boom, they hurried up and got him to the hospital. And so now he's really not brain dead, because when you wake up and say, "Hey, baby," you're not brain dead.
Right.
So allegedly, I may believe that because the divorce was not final, it could possibly have something to do with the Kardashians, possibly the mother. Let me finish.
Sorry.
Instituting all of this, made a call to that owner because that whatever is Joe Slick, I don't trust him. And I got Lamar down here. What you want me to do? Well, they ain't finished with such and such. We can make it look like blah 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 blah. Allegedly now, it's just a theory.
It's pretty deep.
The average person would have been gone. But this is not an average person. This is a superior athlete.
And they say he's worth over $50 million.
56. And, for 56, all y'all got to go in the room. Y'all got to go. 56 is nice knowing you. I love you. You too, Chris. You're going to be the first one. No. Oh, you're going to turn me off. That's cold, buddy. That's cold. That's all right. I remember that when I started cutting your hair. Remember, you got to come get a haircut. But what I'm saying is, it seems awfully strange. And first of all, the daddy say, "Somebody drugged my boy." And then all of a sudden, they say he's brain dead. And then he wakes up, "Hey, baby." Now, and the money gone, something happened. Your thoughts, Smitty? Let's go around the room.
Yeah, well, I'm going to save my thought to that, but it was interesting that Master P had a comment about, and he brought Kobe into the picture. His explanation as to why Lamar found himself in that situation. I don't know if any of you saw that clip. Do we have? Yeah.
Let's run that.
Yeah.
Let's run that.
I know you're close friends with Lamar. I'm sorry about everything that's going on right now.
Yeah. Well, it's a sad situation, man.
Yeah.
Sad situation.
You were close friends with him for what, about 15 years?
Long time. I was like a mentor to him, and just sad to see what's going on, man. You know? The truth of the matter is like so many phony and fake people out here now. And you go to show when something happened to you. Everybody is friend, everybody love me. But was that true?
Yeah.
I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? That's like my wife and her lawyer sitting by my bedside if something happened to me.
Oh, okay.
It ain't real.
So you're talking about Chloe and Chris and...
Well, I'm talking about Kobe. I'm talking about all this man wanted to do was play basketball.
Yeah.
Kobe was his friend. Kobe owned the team.
Yeah.
He could have got the man back on the team.
Wow.
That's all he wanted, you know. And even on that situation, I think he was just searching for love. And you look at it, his biggest problem was with the people that he showed love to, because he had a big heart.
Yeah.
You know, and it's phony, man.
So you think Kobe visiting him in the hospital and the Kardashians visiting him is more for publicity?
It looked like it.
You
know, I come from the streets. I keep it real.
Yeah.
You know, if you my friend, if you cared about me that much, why you didn't get him in the training camp?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And where these people at?
You think his NBA friends, Kobe and the Kardashians, could have been, helped him out a lot more when you're struggling?
There. You loved them.
They should have been there.
Y'all should have worked it out. I mean, Kobe know the man was a hell of a player. That's what I know. He was a hell of a player. You can't take that away from him. I think he could have been.
So you see what Master P says. He's saying that Lamar was wanting to be in training camp. And Kobe had the ability to pull the strings to pull him in there, and he could have been down as a result of that, which led to
that may be
his
a
downfall.
misconception. Kobe just can't pull anybody he wants or anybody he likes into the game.
Yeah.
Here, I'll give you a job. He don't have it like that.
I don't know. He's still there.
No, yeah, but Kobe is not the same Kobe.
Yeah.
That's not the same team. It's not the same management of the old days when possibly Kobe had that much pull.
Wait a minute. You got Metta World Peace in there. You gonna tell me Lamar couldn't come up in there?
Yeah, but you know what?
He may come through a different channel.
Yeah, but I'm definitely with you on that because, again, and you know how I feel about Kobe Bryant. We don't have enough time for me to go into how I feel about Kobe. But having said that, it's not Kobe's responsibility to bring on players that he like, and even the ones that he just like. I'm saying that's management's responsibility. Even if he had the clout to do so, I mean, you can't expect for Kobe Bryant to bring on every player he got. I'm sure there's a lot of other players he wanted to play with too.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying? Lamar Odom can't go into a downward spiral because
Kobe didn't get him.
Well,
Kobe didn't pull him in.
I don't think we should make that leap anyway. That was just a discussion.
I
But the
understand.
point was,
his responsibility.
Yeah.
Kobe
Which
don't have any type of.
Yeah, what he was implying is that may have been why he went to that spiraling
Yeah, but he didn't have to do that though.
Yeah, well, that's what some people challenge Master P for doing that. Plus, Kobe made a reply to that as well. But the point was, it shouldn't be focused on Kobe. It still has to go back to Lamar Odom and his problems.
Right.
And so,
his coping skills, we all have problems.
We have another tape though that shows that Lamar was training and he was in shape. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you're going to do the commercial before you do that. You want to do that right now? Okay.
So you've been Lamar's personal trainer the whole time?
Yes, since he's been here since June 1st.
And he moved here because of you?
He moved here because of Zab Judah, and Zab Judah told him to come here and train with me if he wanted to, make his way back to the NBA.
And how was he physically?
Physically, he was doing okay. He was down 35 pounds. He would take, hiatuses once in a while, some things. It's more mental than physical with him, so that's what they're going on.
Now, he was in good shape, 35 pounds. Do you think he was ready to make a return?
We talked to the Knicks about him going back to the NBA, so we were talking about that recently. So we went to camp to watch him, summer camp. So that motivated him to get in better shape. So he's been doing 2-a-days with me, and he's doing really, really well.
Was he in good spirits too going into this, today?
Good spirits. Like, I haven't talked to him in like 4 days, but he was in good spirits. We were working on different drills, fundamental drills with him, and different type of things with his cardio and his core workout. So he was doing really good.
He was actually looking optimistic in terms of the conversation with New York.
Yes.
Wow.
We were thinking about he was going to New York.
Wow.
So see that goes to the theory that his state of mind was in a positive direction. So why all of a sudden would he take that?
Well, he was well liked. Other team members liked him.
Yeah,
a lot of team members liked him.
Yeah.
People are saying this is a downward spiral, and it may be, but it may be simply what it is. He went there to party, and the party got out of hand.
Yeah. But I think when you factor in $56 million and, as Master P even alluded to, the attorney and the wife by his bedside controlling things, technically she's not divorced technically.
Well, she did the right thing by shutting up the owner of the ranch.
Right.
He was just telling far too much.
Yeah.
Just far too much business.
As far as I'm concerned,
back to what Sonny was saying,
the clan,
about
they went up there, all of them, the Kardashians went up there allegedly, I think, to pull the plug. Don't resuscitate. My daddy was dying like that, and they said, look, if he goes out and has a heart attack, do you want us to resuscitate? I said, yeah, give him one. They wasn't going to give him one. They was going to pull it and cut it where you can't plug it back in.
Let's put it like this. Certainly, when you brought up the allegations of criminal investigation, that sheds a whole other light on it because of the fact that, now you're saying it's probably for hire. All types of other individuals that might not even been employees there were there, possibly to do harm to Lamar Odom. Now, from what I understand, he's been there before. It's not the first time he's been there, and on top of that, he's in really good with the owner. The owner is like one of his friends, and he's been there before to get away from things and to enjoy himself. And so this is not like it's like he's just off the street, or else maybe he's just someone new that just got there, paying $75,000. I mean, he's in tight with the owner. That's why I decided to go there in the first place.
Think about it. How are you going to spend $75,000 and not have? If I spend $75,000 to spend to have some fun, there's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 girls around at all times.
But they said there were a couple that he was that
he liked, that he picked.
Right.
Where were they?
Well, I heard they were coming into the room, and they're the
Why
ones
they
who
even
saw
left? Why would they have to leave for?
Well, maybe
unless he just had to use the bathroom or something.
Possibly.
Maybe he told me, "Excuse me, I got to pop these pills. I got a handful of these. I got to throw down on. I'll be right with you.
Yeah.
Give me about 5 more.
Allegedly he used cocaine, so we know the cocaine kills the Peter. So he needed to have the pills to bring the Peter back up and balance it out, so he can get busy.
There it is.
And if he took more than, from what I hear, you have a lot of people to take more than what the doctor recommends.
Yeah, those as I have heard in the barbershop. Mm-hmm. Not that it's the gospel, a lot of those herbs that they're selling now that they claim to be natural are really not natural because they're not water soluble. If they're water soluble, they just pass through your system. That's supposed to be something natural, not make you foam at the mouth and out your nose and all that.
Yeah,
and cocaine don't make you foam at the mouth and go out the nose.
But no one knows how much he had.
He's been doing that for a while, so he kind of knows how to get high.
Right.
Yeah, but he had this combination of ingredients, along with the alcohol, along with the smoke.
He knows what makes him perform.
Right.
Plus, he's in real good physical condition.
Right.
Well, one thing about
it's not like it wasn't no blood flow.
Yeah.
Blood was flowing.
So why would you need?
You got some good blood flow.
Why would you need those anyway?
Well, they took some of his
cocaine kills the Peter.
Yeah.
So he needed some Peter help.
But you keep trying to rebalance. You take more of this one, then you balance it with that one, and then you take some more of this one, then you balance it with that one.
All we have to do now, though, is just wait for
off the chart.
Wait for the toxicology report. They did draw some blood, and they're going to know what was in his system.
Well, they know for sure.
much
They know for sure what was.
Yeah,
they know how much. Yeah.
Now they're just saying that brain dead stuff because, first of all, they didn't know how long he was down there. I suspected those.
No, they're saying that
was,
because he was having strokes.
Yeah, well,
when he was having
on the way to the hospital, his body shut down 3 times.
Yeah, and he had
and they had to revive him.
His organs and kidneys was dying down. They had strokes, so they couldn't tell what the damage was to his brain. That's what they're interpreting as brain damage.
What about his kids and what about his father? Did his father make it down there?
Well, his father is there, and he was in contact with a friend of mine that's a friend of LO's, and that's where I got some of my information from.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good information. That's the TMZ garbage.
Yeah, well, no, it's not TMZ, but I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I just think that there was some other things happening other than what was supposed to be happening.
But see, the thing is if that was for murder, then it would obviously have to be a conspiracy. But it wouldn't be for murder for the amount of cash he had with him here.
No. Understand this. If I'm putting myself into the mindset of doing something dirty that I've probably already done before, I'm thinking, okay, this amount is really going to take him out because it took everybody else out. Okay. And look, we've got these snaps here. I might as well go ahead and take these because they're not going to know nothing, no way. Woo. The problem now is he's awake. He's going to be telling everything, just like you saw in that little piece. He said, I'll sing to everybody. Okay? And he getting ready to start singing. Talking about, hey, baby. Okay, hey, baby, I'm about to tell it all. In a few days, I'll be out of here, and I'll be back to myself. So they didn't know what was going on with him. But, you know, $56 million. Because remember, the divorce is not final.
Right, this is a little offshoot, but how are the Kardashians going to benefit from all this drama? I mean, their ratings.
But that's how their brand thrives, though, on drama.
Final.
Right.
That's how their brand.
Or maybe
thrives.
I'm wrong. Is the divorce final?
No.
Then who's in charge? The wife.
Yep.
Right.
And even if
he's protecting her investment right now. Baby, I'm here for you, baby.
Wait a minute.
And I can't pull the plug because you're breathing on your own. God dog it.
Wait a minute, fella. What about the beard? What about the beard? What about the beard from Houston? Isn't he going out with?
With
Khloe Kardashian now.
His name hasn't been mentioned till now.
The divorce is not final.
Yeah, we got to work on that $56 million first. Then we got to.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is ridiculous, man.
And in upcoming days, we'll find out what's going on.
Yeah, the beard is a future income. They got to take care of this first.
We got to do. You know what? We out of here.
Aside.
Commercial. College football.
Oh, Steve, yes.
Well, wait, but before that, anyone heard anything else about Matt Barnes and Derek Fisher?
That's another one. The guy code was broken. The guy code was broken. And the girl code.
Woo!
All the codes.
Yeah.
All the violations. That's why he got popped in the mouth. A violation.
You know.
That was a violation.
You know, I found out.
I know in the barbershop. I know they've been talking about that.
Oh, he had all kind of stuff. But we found out that there was some sort of social event at the house there, and I think he may have been on break or something while he was at camp,
right?
Talking to his son, and the son was like, "Daddy, that man here, huh?" And he turned the camera to him, and he left the camp and was down there in 15 minutes and was slapping Derek Fisher upside the head.
Oh,
you know?
That's exactly it.
Come on now, Fisher was holding his own from what I heard, though. So don't
he was holding
all the barns now.
I wouldn't mess with him, but you know.
But see, Fisher's been he was my favorite player. He's always been the unsung hero to me of the Lakers.
Yeah.
You know, obviously everybody else got all these big time endorsements, but Derek Fisher was the only Laker jersey I bought.
You know, he wasn't no unsung with that left hook.
When he did that, I was like, He put my jersey to shame. That's not the Derek Fisher I know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he was ducking and bobbing and weaving, because old boy was coming at him. You down here with my family, messing with my girl, And we supposed to be boys. And you saw in the clip that we played last week, he's like, hey, we were friends.
We were friends, right?
Yeah.
But I also hear that the girl was allegedly loose.
It's no surprise. I mean, it
She's
seems
a pretty
like
girl now.
It seems like the basketball wives, and it's just like college coaches. There's only a small supply.
Speaking of college
they
coaches,
just keep recycling.
Yeah, speaking of college coaches, what happened to Sarkis? What's his name?
Right,
USC's coach.
The drunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we were talking about him, and it caught up with him.
It did, and just like now, if he would have been winning,
I thought someone in this room said, "Oh, it's all right to have a little alcohol."
Who said that?
Was
that you, Vince?
I was exactly right. As long as you winning, when you winning, they'll buy you a drink. But as soon as you start losing,
bye.
Check please, check please.
Yeah,
and it's all over for my man.
He's out the door. Plus, he's gonna cut back on that contract. Yeah.
So how's it gonna work? I mean, he wants the full duration. He wants him to pay the remaining portion of the contract. Now, of course, SC said they fired him with cause.
Yeah.
And they gave him zero tolerance.
So they'll battle it out in court, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Probably. But in the meantime, it's pushing the SC program back another several years. They still haven't recovered from Pete Carroll, exit stage right in the middle of the night.
But that was Bush's doing. Bush brought down USC, not Pete Carroll himself.
You don't think Pete Carroll knew about it?
Well, are you saying that Pete Carroll knew about what Bush was doing? That's what brought it all down?
Yeah, I think so. I think the NC2A said it was a lack of institutional control. It wasn't just Reggie Bush, although he was the main focus of the investigation. They had other, fractions there as well.
Do y'all think that was the right thing for them to do to Reggie Bush?
To Reggie, well, Bush didn't have to. I mean, he gave up his Heisman, right?
Willingly? I don't think so. Not willingly.
Well, I mean,
if they ask you to and you give it to them,
well, that's what I'm saying.
I guess that's willingly. But when they ask you for it, I don't think he volunteered it.
No, he didn't volunteer. No,
I don't know how willingly that is. Then, he complied, if anything.
Right. Okay.
But because I'm going to about how they should pay student athletes or not. There's a recent
the court ruling, ruled against it.
They ruled against that.
Yes.
So, a lot of people feel, this way or that way about it.
Right.
That's why I was bringing it up, because I really don't see how they can play the players.
Yeah.
I don't have anything against it.
Right.
But I really don't think that's particularly the way athletics students are designed. You don't go to school and that's your job, so to speak.
Maybe 20 years ago I could agree with that, but the kind of money that's being tossed around now.
That's a product.
Let me finish though. They need to find some kind of way to put money in these kids' pockets so that they don't go around stealing shrimps and lobster from stores, because they're hungry.
Right. You're right about it. Excuse me.
All students are like that.
That's what I'm saying. And the program pay was supposed to be all sports athletes.
That's right. Excuse me, fellas. We can close it out with Sonny tells us about Trade Tech.
Trade Tech. We're looking good. We've actually got 3 more players coming in on Monday who can really help us. The camaraderie of that team is just unimaginable.
New players?
The same players we had in the summer.
Oh, okay.
And we have 3 new players coming in on Monday who have
well, that's what I was asking. The new players, are they new, or they played with your team before?
No, they played with those guys before, and they've been there, and they just now want to decide that they want to join the team. So my brother said, well, he'll take a look at them and see how they fit in.
When does practice officially start?
We have our practice started October 1st, but we have our first game on November 6th on a Friday at 3 p.m. against Chaffey College.
Okay.
And Chaffey's always been a really good school. Got a white guy out of New York that's very good with talent. He recruits very well.
Rancho Cucamonga? Is that what they are?
Right. That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
Right.
We've beat San Diego City was a very good team. They had 3 7-footers, and 2 of them were always in the game. We beat them by 7 in the showcase 3 weeks ago. And we also beat San Bernardino JC. And those guys look like they're Olympians. I don't know how. Like, my God.
JC team? Are you sure?
They look, boy, they scary looking, And we beat them by 10.
Wow, that's good.
Our guys have the will to win. They play together and for each other. Our practices are something incredible. Yeah. I've never seen this type of intensity before with a group of JC players. But hey,
that's great.
That's great.
It's a good deal. Thanks, fellas, again. Just Sports. We're going to run our last commercial, pay the bills. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
Sports.
What's your style? Curly? Straight? Wavy? Or maybe you like it natural? Introducing Secret Styling Hair Care Products by Smith Products Company, LLC. A complete line of hair moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, and an assortment of other hair styling aids formulated for today's fashion-conscious consumer. Enhance your style. Get the secret.
Hey, are you tired of those same old energy drinks with bad taste? Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products. For more information on Pitbull energy drinks, bars, and mixes, visit their website at hiphopbev.com. That's hiphopbev.com. Online orders available at hiphopbev.com.